The video that you're about to see is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I see in this video is alleged. Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good, nice day. This is actually part 3 of the gossip. You know, I felt like I left y'all on a cliffhanger. I felt like I didn't even get to discuss everything that I wanted to discuss. So I'm back, y'all, and we about to talk about some topics that I forgot to mention, but I just want to start off by saying, you know, I hope everybody's doing okay. Houston.
Top of more than a week after Hurricane Beryl, city leaders have had it up to here with these days-long power outages.
Now, while a lot of the criticism was aimed at electricity provider CenterPoint, most on city council also conceded local government should have been better equipped for that storm. Fox 26 political reporter is live, Greg Rugen in Southwest Houston, to tell us what unfolded at City Hall. Greg.
Rashi and Lena, they say those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And that seemed to be the dominant theme at Houston City Council today, with 4.5 months still ahead of us of hurricane season.
We are Houston strong, but the lights, it's taking too long. And in Texas, in our state, the power goes out too much.
Beryl landfall +9. And for members of Houston City Council, it triggered what some would call a come to Jesus moment on storm resilience.
We can't let this become our new normal. And Houston Strong cannot mean that we expect our citizens to just be able to endure weeks plus without power in the summer and bounce back and expect everything to be okay. And it happened again and again.
Perhaps the most strident voice for better preparation, Councilman Edward Pollard.
We are known as being Houston strong, but I can tell you that it feels like Houston's tired, Houston's hot, Houston's frustrated. You can't say that you're well prepared and then you go a week without power from a Cat 1. What if it was a Cat 2? What if it was a Cat 3? So we have to be transparent with the public and let them know that we did not do all that we could do. From a city standpoint, we're not fully mobilized. From a CenterPoint standpoint, we were not fully mobilized. We were scrambling after the fact, and the city felt it.
Speaking one-on-one with Fox 26, Mayor John Whitmire was critical of the city's monopoly energy supplier, CenterPoint.
We will hold CenterPoint accountable. We'll do it from City Hall. And we'll obviously, as I was 2 days ago, with the governor to see what can be done. The state really has the authority. CenterPoint doesn't have a resource problem except they're not getting their product to the users of electricity. They've got to do better. They've got to communicate better.
Whitmire acknowledged CenterPoint's problem with protracted outages is hardly a new one. A 2009 post-Hurricane Ike task force clearly identified falling trees and limbs as the overwhelming cause of grid failure and strongly recommended aggressive vegetation control by the utility. And yet 15 years later, 2.5 million people still lost power in a wind event.
To my knowledge, no one has been acting upon these recommendations. It's frustrating to me that people in city government before I got here have not brought this up.
We asked CenterPoint today how much they spend on vegetation control, and they told us they were too busy to tell us. Lena and Rashi, that's what I call a communication problem. In Southwest Houston, Greg Grugan, Fox 26 News.
I hope Houston is doing okay. I hope y'all got water. I hope y'all got the benefits y'all need. I did hear recently that the FEMA was giving you guys checks, money, room and board, and things like that. That's good.
That disaster aid assistance is now available for Houstonians in the surrounding areas impacted by Hurricane Beryl. Now, this is the website you would go to fill out that application. But so many of you have reached out to us saying that you were denied assistance and you simply can't figure out why. Fox 26's Sherman DeSell joining us now live from the Humble area. He spoke with some residents there dealing with that same issue. Sherman.
Yeah, an issue for them indeed, Anthony. Good evening. So applying on Friday, getting an email saying that you were not eligible for this assistance by Saturday. That's what some of the residents are dealing with. So I spoke with them and I also reached out to FEMA and they gave me a response.
I don't have any food, and this is an emergency situation, so you would think that they would help us.
Like so many others, several residents at the Northeast Pines in Humble are struggling in the heat without power. Mr. Art Montoya's roommate is bedridden and needs electricity for their bed and equipment. After learning FEMA was accepting applications for benefits, he didn't hesitate.
Tried the link, I think with FEMA.gov, and I couldn't get through.
But he and others said they were hit with roadblocks. Ulysses Galindo lost nearly $300 in diabetic medication since he lost power.
Here's the email that I got. The damages reported did not meet the required conditions to refer you to the individuals and household program.
It said that since I didn't have any personal property damage, or I wasn't forced to leave my home, then I didn't qualify.
FEMA responded to Fox 26 with this. If you received a letter saying you have not been referred to their assistance program, it doesn't mean you're denied. It means there's additional information needed to move your application forward, like repair estimates and information related to personal property loss. FEMA also says they cannot duplicate benefits provided by insurance, but may be able to aid those who are underinsured. Check the bottom of that notification to see what additional information is needed. As the days without power continue, Northeast Pines tenants say they will keep helping each other until someone else does.
Basic humanity within us here, yeah, I have it. But as far as from outside help,
So take a look at your screen. FEMA's website says you have 60 days to appeal this decision. You're instructed to visit disasterassistance.gov or call the FEMA helpline at this number, 800-621-3362. Many of you have told us that you've gone through this process and it's taken up to 2 hours or more to get through. That's something that's going to come with the territory. A lot of people are applying for this assistance, but they also encourage you to visit a local disaster recovery center or DRC. You can get a face-to-face conversation with a FEMA representative on your case. And if you're having trouble with the internet, we'll have all this spelled out in the next hour on the News Edge at 10. Reporting from Humble, Sherman.
For real. See, y'all, to be honest with you, that's the main reason why I did not live in Houston. Now, I'm from Texas, but I don't live in Houston. Guys, y'all live right by an ocean. Now, y'all know what I've been telling y'all about when it comes to the ocean. You know, we already talked about that. But I just feel like I can't live by water. I just can't. It's crazy, y'all. Too many oceans. Y'all should know when a hurricane was going to come. You right by the freaking Pacific Ocean. It happens all the time. I mean, hell, no offense, but Katrina is right there. You know what I'm saying? It's right there by Louisiana. And it's just getting overpopulated. I feel like they don't want y'all there. To be honest with you, I'm just saying, you know, this is my opinion. By the way, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say in this video is alleged. Wink, wink. So, yeah, I just feel like, I mean, I know it's ain't your fault. It's Mother Nature. But next time when I tell y'all, just please leave. Please leave. I'm just going to tell you once. That's it. I don't like repeating myself. When I tell you something, I expect you to listen. But, yeah, I'm over that. But anyways, guys, I mean, I don't like hurricanes. I don't even like tornadoes. To be honest with y'all, tornadoes is like one of my biggest fear. When I seen the movie Twister, man, that movie did something to my spirit. I just feel like, you know what it is? When it comes to tornadoes, and you know, and I'm metaphysical, so you all are learning, you know, spirituality when you watch my channel. But tornadoes spiritually mean major changes in your life. God's gonna make a change. That's what they symbolize. But when I hear anything about tornadoes or get word of mouth that a tornado is on its way, y'all, I don't know what it is, but it does something to my spirit. I remember when I was younger, I used to always have dreams about tornadoes. Real talk. I used to always have dreams about tornadoes. And every time I had a dream about a tornado, I was in school. So whenever the tornado would come, I would go straight to my grandma's house. I don't know why I did that, but it was like every time I had a dream about a tornado, I would run to my grandma's house. I don't know what that symbolized, but yeah, anyways, I'm over myself. Y'all, let's get the sad things out the way. Let's just talk about the sad stuff. So the sad stuff I want to talk about, now last week, I talked about Shelley Duvall from, you know, The Shining. She passed away along with Richard Simmons. Now, let me tell you about Richard Simmons. I know this ain't just me, but I feel like he died already. You know, not prior to what we talked about, but I feel like he was already dead a long time ago. Is this a Mandela effect? Do y'all know what the Mandela effect is? Okay, the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect is a real phenomenon described as when a group of people adamantly believe an incident or experience occurred that never did. Scientists at the University of Chicago described the Mandela effect as, quote, an internet phenomenon describing shared and consistent false memories for specific icons in popular culture. They found that it is both empirically observable as well as, so far, having no clear explanation. The term was created by a self-proclaimed paranormal consultant, Fiona Broome, in 2009 after she discovered she was one of many people who wrongly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, while the South African civil rights leader lived on until 2013. In one of the most popular instances of the Mandela effect, people adamantly claim that there's a 1990s movie about a genie called Shazam, and starring actor and comedian Sinbad. The obvious explanation would be that those who remember this are simply confusing this with the 1996 film Kazam about a genie starring Shaquille O'Neal, and conflating it with one of the several Sinbad movies from the same time. In a smaller instance, take a look at this image of the Pokemon character, Pikachu. Many fans of Pokemon remember the character as having a yellow tail with a black tip. However, Pikachu's tail has never had a black tip. The Mandela effect has also shown up in instances regarding how people remember movie lines. For example, one of the most widely quoted movie lines in the Star Wars franchise is spoken by Darth Vader in Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Many people remember the line as, "Luke, I am your father." However, the words spoken are actually, "No, I am your father." Similarly, in 1937, Disney released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and although many people still quote the line, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all," this is not actually spoken in the film. The actual line begins with, "Magic mirror on the wall."
That's how I feel about Richard Simmons. I feel like this is a Mandela effect. I felt like this man already been dead. Just like, what's his name? Paul Rubin, who played Pee Wee Herman. I could have sworn that man died a long time ago. I could have sworn he died a long time ago. And then all of a sudden we heard that he passed away. I was like, what? I thought he been dead. Y'all, I don't know what the hell going on in America, but that was weird to me. You know, still, rest in peace. But a person that I forgot to mention. Now, y'all, you know what's crazy? We're in Saturn's return. I'll talk more about that like later on in the video about Saturn return, because we're in Saturn's retrograde right now.
Saturn goes retrograde on June 29th to November 15th, 2024. This period will bring intense energy. Saturn retrograde calls for reflection. Time to reassess responsibilities and goals. Look at long-term commitments. Delve deep into your fears and limitations. It's a time for introspection. Focus on self-discipline and personal growth. Challenges may arise during this period. Focus on self-discipline and personal growth. Use this time to break old patterns. Take a step back to review your progress. Saturn retrograde helps us mature. Stay grounded and patient as you navigate this cosmic shift. Sit back and let the universe guide you.
All right, you guys, let's talk about the Saturn retrograde happening from June 29th to November 15th. Now, if you don't know, Saturn is the teacher. It's the disciplinarian. It's all about lessons. It's your karma. It's your responsibility. And retrogrades are all about reviewing things. To me, retrogrades speak of like a do-over, right? But seeing as Saturn is the planet of responsibility and lessons, this is pushing you to boss up and take the lead. And this is all about getting serious about our goals, our dreams. This could be a time that the universe is pushing you to speak your mind and take the lead, like I said. Relationships and leadership skills are extremely important right now because sometimes teamwork makes the dream work. It's pushing us to make an effort towards our endeavors and achieving our goals. It's time to commit to our dreams. Also, Saturn wants to know, did you learn from the lessons? All right.
But I don't know about y'all, but I felt like last week was the week of death. Seriously. And the reason why I say that, because there were so many deaths that passed away. Now, they say people die in threes. But last week, people was just dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? And there was a couple of people I forgot to mention. Shannon Daltrey. Now, she passed away at 53. Those of you who know her, she was in a TV show hit series, Charmed. Now, I ain't never watched that show. I've seen clips of it. I watched it, it's about witches, I believe. But I ain't never really got into that show like that, to be honest with you. It wasn't my thing. I was into Buffy the Vampire. 90210, Party of Five. Dawson Creek was my show. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. That's Dawson Creek, right? Yeah, Dawson Creek. That's what I used to watch. And I used to watch Seven Heaven, shows like that. But Charm, I don't know, I passed it up. When Rose McGowan got on there, that's what drew me attention to the show, because I remember her from the movie Scream. So that's why I, watched it, just because she was in the show. But yeah, to be honest with you, going back to Shannon Daltrey, she died of breast cancer.
Shannon was beloved by her fans.
No, I'm not okay. You've turned me into a witch.
Charmed, Heathers, 90210.
Brandon, it's not that bad.
Shannon lit up the screen, and in a way, she kind of grew up right in front of us.
If it's not fun for me anymore, then I'm getting out of it.
This was Shannon's first interview with E.T. back in 1982. She was just 11 years old, a child actress who had appeared on Little House on the Prairie.
You gonna go swimming?
She was a teenager when we talked to her in 1988, a young role model, advising other kids to say no to drugs and alcohol.
If I can help one kid, then it'll be all worthwhile. I mean, who wants to be that much out of control? I know in my personal life, I like to be in control of myself at all times.
I was raised to be very, very strong and with a lot of morals and a lot of values.
I did say no. I think it's all because of the way my parents raised me. I think they did a wonderful job, and I think that they instilled those values into me.
Shannon got her big break that same year as part of a mean girl clique in the 80s cult classic, Heathers.
Jealous much?
2 years later, another iconic role, Brenda Walsh on 90210.
I think what'll make the show interesting is that they seem to be concentrating on a family that's moving out here. And then they have these other characters that are coming into it that have all the different pressures of everything else. I think that the show can really skyrocket and give the audience something else to look at besides the same old thing that they're watching every Thursday night. It's all about a teamwork. It's all about this group of people that get together and go, we want this show to be a hit, and we're going to work hard and stay together to make it a hit. And I think that's very important.
That hard work paid off, and in 90210's second season, the teenage drama became a big hit.
We're not one of those typical shows that it's like everything ends on a happy note at the end of the show and everybody's got the perfect life.
The show often tackled tough issues. Ironically, on one episode, Shannon's character has a breast cancer scare.
So I did the test and I thought that I felt something.
Where?
Here.
Police don't want you to know this.
90% of your car insurance rate depends on who you are, what you look like.
I'm very big on being a little bit controversial and really getting into issues. And as much as we can get away with, I think that we should. We were picked up for 2 more seasons and we're all very excited.
Shannon was on the show for 4 seasons. She moved on to Charmed, where for 3 years she played the eldest of 3 sisters with magical powers.
It's actually been exactly what I expected, which is fun mixed with a lot of hard work. At least my idea is to do the best show possible and put out the best show possible.
You could see that work ethic when Shannon first opened up about her cancer battle. She shared her fight as an inspiration to others.
I think my message to any of you going through anything similar is to stay strong, have faith, and really lean on the people that love you and support you. And I don't know, not be afraid to be vulnerable.
Then a bright spot. Shannon's cancer was in remission.
I stand here to support doctors like him who need more funding for research. I stand here to support every single person who has cancer. And I stand here to also support, you know, the husbands and the family that has to go through it, because it's not just me and it's not just people who have cancer, it's the families too that go through it, that it's very hard on.
Before her split from photographer Kurt Izworianko, Shannon posted this tribute. He had been a rock for the star, and she told us how he was at home waiting for her after her diagnosis.
He was standing in the driveway and just, you know, hugged me and was like, we're gonna get through this. Like, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. You're strong and you're, you know, powerful, and you're not going anywhere. You have so much more to do in your life. He's like, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through it as a family.
Shannon felt better, started working again, and appeared in Fox's 90210 reboot.
I don't think there was any big defining moment where we read it and said, oh, look at what we're doing. It was constantly like on the fly, going forward, and kind of sometimes going, I hope that worked.
Shannon said that before filming began, her cancer returned, and now it was at stage 4 and had spread to her lymph nodes and bones. Shannon said she sensed a shift in how people reacted to her.
They look at you like you're dead man walking, basically, and that they need to say their goodbyes to you or something. And also, work dries up. I enjoy working, and working gives me just another reason to wake up every morning. It's another reason to, fight to stay alive.
Now, fuck cancer. That's what I say. Fuck cancer. You know, it's a horrible thing. This is why it's so important to take care of your body, people. Stop eating fast food all the time. All it's going to do is build up junk food. It's okay to go vegan. Go vegan once in your life. But don't be eating all that fast food. It's crazy, because it's a killer. It's a killer, y'all. It's really killing people. That's one of my biggest fears too. But, you know, hey, what can you do? But God rest in peace, Sharon Daltrey. I mean, she died at 53, y'all. That is young. 53 is young. God damn. You know, She didn't even have kids. And another person who passed away, Kobe Bryant's dad. You know, rest in peace to him. I didn't know too much of him. I think they gave him a nickname. What was his nickname? They say he was, he had some type of nickname. I forgot what the nickname was. But he with his son. That's the good part. He's now with his son. So rest in peace to Kobe Bryant's dad. Oh, another person who almost passed away. Woo! Man, I'm telling you. Brandon Casey, the guy from Jagged Edge. Man, he almost died. He was in ICU over the week. He had a car accident. His car was totaled. And he had 5 broken ribs, a broken neck, skull fracture. Man, you know what? You don't need to drive. You don't need to drive. It was horrible, guys. Pray for him. You know, Megan Good. Let's talk about Megan Good, y'all. Now, there's a video clip that is going viral right now, and it shows, what's his name? Michael Earl or something like that. The guy who, he comes over there, and I think it's the premiere of the movie or so. I don't know where they were, but they show a clip of him. Check this clip out right quick. Y'all check it out.
What's up, baby? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Everything good? How you doing, Mike? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Y'all want to do this? Yeah, real quick. This is fire. Love this. Love this. Dion will love this. Absolutely. One more. Love y'all. So yeah, they show him coming over there lifting up Megan Good.
and Jonathan Majors is sitting right there, you know, standing right there. And if you really look at his body language, see, Megan, I don't know what it is with y'all Leos. You know, y'all Leo, from between you and J-Lo, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Y'all are so, like, blindsided when it comes to love. I do not understand y'all Leos. I don't. Y'all are so fixed in y'all beliefs, you forget the signs. Why would you give Michael Earl a hug like that? Come on, Megan. Come on. Really? Now, a lot of people are saying they were, you know, they did movies together. Didn't they have a steamy sex scene? I remember that sex scene in that one movie, The Intruder. Remember The Intruder? That almost felt real. I really thought Michael Earl and Megan Good had a thing. That was a real sex scene. I ain't gonna lie. But you don't hug nobody's girl like that. I don't care who the fuck you are. You don't hug nobody's girl like that. I'm not surprised if Jonathan Majors told her something. You know, y'all, they got some priorities out there. they got some funny stuff about them. Y'all gotta check it out. It's on.
We need to put this on today.
Oh, you didn't tell me what kind of event it was, so I want to make sure I was prepared for whatever. So I threw this on.
Oh my God, Michael,
Megan,
really?
is that you?
Hi, it's me. Oh,
What the hell is that? It's so good to
God.
see you.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, you good?
You know.
Okay.
Jesus, you're giving me flashbacks.
What's going on, my dude? Hey, this my girl right here. This my girl right here.
Nice to meet you. What's up, girl? Pick her up. Why you didn't pick her up?
I'm picking my girl.
Oh, man, let's take the picture. Come here, let me holler at you.
Bye, Mike. So Tyler Perry, I said hey.
Didn't that nigga throw his kids out the window?
Babe, what are you talking about?
Did he or did he not throw his kids out the window?
What's this? Where's this coming from?
It's coming from that movie, because it's about to be a sequel. I'm gonna throw you out the... Just explain to me, what was that all at?
Wait.
Why did you let him pick you up like
He's
that?
my castmate. Jesus.
That's your work boyfriend?
You think like such a man. No.
Tyler Perry. This is Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry got y'all fucking?
No. Jonathan, Jesus.
Listen, you seen what I did to Michael B. and Creed, right? You about to be Michael B. in a minute. Keep playing. You know what? I just lost this case. All right, Megan. I just lost this case. Don't play with me no more. Sit back.
TikTok, they be having some funny stuff. But yeah, that was just crazy. But anyways, they had some extended footage. And in the extended footage, they actually show Michael Earl give Jonathan Majors, you know, some dap and whatever. And then he came to Megan Good. But people edit that out. You know what? I know some stuff about Megan Good, y'all, that you guys don't know. You know, y'all know the psychic knows. But Megan, remember when she did Cousin Skeeter? Now I don't know, I'm speaking my age, but Megan Good got beat up on the set of Cousin Skeeter. Now she don't talk about it, but I know about it. And on the set, the real reason she got whooped, allegedly, Shaq, I don't know if y'all heard this. This is alleged, but I tell no tales, and I know what I know. Apparently, Shaq raped Megan Good when she was, I think, 14, 15 years old. Allegedly. Yeah, true story. This is the year of exposure. I'm not trying to expose you, Megan, but I'm just saying, you know, you might want to, yeah. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm done. Anyways, moving on from that, the RNC, y'all. Let's talk about that shit.
Thank you for watching part 3 of The Gossip. To continue to watch part 4, click on the next video. And remember, please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, spirit never lies.